One of the first tasks to be carried out within Coolcare 4 when the system is first set up, both for new customers and migrating customers, is to set up and manage the user groups and manage user accounts. On the initial setup, you will be given one username and you will be given one user group. First of all, we're going to look at setting up new user groups for groups of workers with the same targets or goals within your organisation. User groups are accessed through the Manage User Group link. You will notice that the only user group at the moment set up is Full Access. This means that any user that has this can access all parts of the system and carry out all functions that the system is designed to do. For both GDPR data protection purposes and to help system security, it is very important that staff can only access data and parts of the system that is crucial to their job role. First of all, list who needs to use the system and map out the group positions that are required by job role or department. You can then set up groups for each job role or department function and then attach individual user accounts to these user groups. This saves time because you can attach one group permission to several different employees. In larger care groups, setting up the users and groups will be done by head office. However, in a smaller care home, one person should be delegated to set up users and user groups. To set up a new user group, simply click on Insert and then select the name from user group. This could be Human Resources, Payroll, Care Managers, Finance, etc. Once this has been entered, the tick boxes below allow you to configure main parts of the system if these have been activated. For instance, if you click Head Office User, you will be able to give permissions to certain lookups. If system configuration was activated, anybody who is a member of this user group would be able to access the main system configuration menu on the right hand side. If the Enable Home section is selected, this allows you to set up permissions within the Care Home section. The Enable Staff section allows you to set individual permissions for staff. And finally, the Enable Residence section allows you to give individual permissions for residents. By returning to the General tab, I have decided this group does not need to have head office user or system configuration. What we do need to do now is to look at the individual permissions within Home, Staff and Residence section. To set individual permissions, select the tab that you wish to set permissions and you will notice that no ticks are yet placed in any of the permission boxes. If you click on the View Permissions, sometimes give you further options to either edit, insert, delete and archive. What you must do is go down and ask yourself, do they need to view this? Do they need to save it? Do they need to delete it? If the answer is yes, put ticks into each relevant box. If not, remove the tick and they will not be able to then access that part of the program. Continue both for staff and for residents until everything is fully complete. Select Save and the permissions for this user group will then be saved, ready to attach to users. If you ever need to edit a group, simply select the group, simply click on the relevant tab and you can either take away permissions or add new ones. Once you select Save, and the new permissions will be saved, and any users who are attached to this group will automatically inherit the new permissions. Once all the user groups have been set up correctly, you can then create individual users for your care home and then attach them to the relevant user group. To do this, click on Manage Users, select Insert and then complete the new user form. Here we'll simply add the full name, a login name, which must be unique, email address. Click the downward arrow and select from the user groups that you have already created, and then create a password. This must be more than 8 characters in length. On the right, you then click all the homes that this user is able to access, in this case Bake Up Grange, and then select Save. The user will then be created and they can log on with their own username with the correct permissions for their job role. The user will not yet be able to access the dashboard widgets. To do this, you need to select back on the username that you've just created, select Dashboard Widgets, and then select whatever widgets you wish the user to have. Select the Update Widgets button, and then they will have access to the dashboard. To edit a user, simply click on the username. You can reset a password, you can change the user group, save when complete. You can also select Dashboard Widgets and change the widget configuration. Again, save when complete. Or if you want to change the home access, you can do that also, and then update home access. If you wish to deactivate a user, simply select in the box next to the user's name and then click on the Deactivate button. You'll get a prompt to say, do you want to deactivate? Click OK, and the user will be deactivated successfully. If you ever need to view the deactivated users, you can click on the filter, select inactive users, and click Apply.